My name is Esther Robbins Pope Pace. I was born 1932.
And so how old does that make you today?
93 years old. I was born on out Porter Spring on the Burden farm, they told me. I don't know at that time were they working for the people that owned the farm or not. Well, if it was just my father and the older kids.
Mm-hmm.
My mother wasn't working there. And the lady, one of the ladies that lived on the farm, asked her if I was a girl, could she name me? And she told her yes. So she named me Esther May after her.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I got my name, Esther May, from.
Okay. And what did your father do for work?
Well, he was teaching school. It was a school on the Groves estate. And he taught at that school.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't it unusual for a man to be teaching school back then?
Yes, and he worked his way through college down in Conroe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of people back in that time, they wasn't able to send their children to school. But the Groves father, he wanted to make sure that they went to school and go to college.
Mm-hmm.
So he educated everyone that would take it. And so he worked his way through Conroe College.
And how many siblings did you have?
8. It was 8 of us. 4 boys and 4 girls.
When you were growing up, your brothers and your sisters, were y'all all
Oh,
close?
yes, we all played together. It's one thing he stressed, because just like I said, he had a bad childhood experience.
Mm-hmm.
And he had to leave home at 16 years old because he threatened his stepfather. Told him if he hit his mother again, he would kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And so he had to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And he went to live with some of his father's relatives.
Mm-hmm.
And so he worked, and they took out something for his room and board. Then they saved what he would give them to save for him to go to school.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how he got his education.
Okay.
Well, my mother was originally a Groves,
Mm-hmm.
so she went to school at Prairie View.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't called Prairie View at that time, but it was another name that they had.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where she finished school.
Okay.
And she taught in Kennard.
Mm-hmm.
She was an English teacher. Well, English teacher was her major, but you know, back then they taught more than one class. Sometimes they taught all the subjects by that teacher.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So-
what they told me.
Your parents were more educated than a lot of people.
Yes, they was educated.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
When you were growing up, did you realize that you had parents that were more educated than most people's parents?
Yeah, by them talking about it. They were talking about, you know, when they was teaching and all like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my daddy went for one of the best math teachers in the county. Most of my childhood, I grew up in Dixon-Hopewell.
Okay.
It was a community.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I was 9 years old when we moved over there.
Okay.
And we lived right by the Dixon-Hopewell Baptist Church.
That was your church?
Yes, that's what I started my uh, Sunday school, and we had to go to night service and BYPU, what they call it, and that's where I sang in the choir when I was down there, and it was just a lovable community.
Yeah.
We went every Sunday.
Did y'all have a Sunday evening service as well?
Yes, we had night service, they call it. But in the evening, we went back to BYPU.
What's that?
That was something like the Baptist youth training. We learned the books of the Bible and I'll do that in the evenings. And it was an old lady named Miss Lizzie Dixon. Her husband built that church. He was a carpenter. And I don't know what his real name was, but we called him Sunman Dixon. That wasn't his real name, though.
Yeah. You didn't have to work when you were growing up?
Very little, because me and my baby brother and the third child, we didn't do too much work. We had to stay around the house and help Mama. They grew chickens and hogs, and they had cows that they milked, and so we stayed there and helped her around the house mostly. Now they carried my brother to work one time, and he ate up all the food from all the rest of them. It was laying up under the trailer asleep.
Oh my gosh.
So they told Mama to keep him at home with us, folks. They killed him. That was so funny.
Oh, how old were you when you started going to school?
I started going as a pre-primer.
Okay.
I guess about 5 and 6. Yeah, I started going to school.
And so in Dixon-Hopewell, did you have a school right next to the church?
Yes, it was a school next to the church, but I didn't go to that one. But I went to William High in the 9th and 10th. I went to Crockett. I was supposed to go all the 4 years, but for some reason, my mother was told that I was on the streets every day. And you know how old people were. They thought when you was on the streets, you know, you go get away.
Right.
And so she made me come back to William High at the 11th and 12th.
But what do you mean when you say you were on the street?
That I would be seen going down to Brookshire at the store. See, when I stayed with my second oldest sister, and she lived right there by St. Luke Church. And when I'd come from school, I would go up to a cafe on Camp Street called Miss Nook and eat my dinner. Because you know you be hungry when you come from school. I don't know why you be so hungry. And she'd write her list what she wanted from the store. And I'd go to Brooks and pick it up. And every day I'd see my uncle and this lady standing on the corner where Perry Brothers used to be. I didn't know her, I knew him. But I didn't know they called themselves Cole. If I did think it, I couldn't tell it. Because old people didn't allow you to talk, you know, what you think. or what you know sometime.
Uh-huh.
And so I just go head on, speak to them and go head on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what she was being told. I was on the streets every day because I went to the store every day.
Yeah.
But I guess she thought I was going to get away, as old folks used to say. And so she brought me back to William High.
What does she mean by get away?
Get pregnant or something.
Oh.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be with no boy if he. But anyway, she believed what they was telling her.
Uh-huh.
And so, but I didn't, I minded it because being my brother, C.W., we were the only two that didn't finish in Crockett.
Mm-hmm.
But I came on back to William High and made the best of it. And I finished salutatory of the class. Well, in Dixon-Hopewell, that's where I got my basic training about church services and stuff. We had a bus that would come down and pick up me and my brother. And when it rained and he couldn't get down there, which was very seldom because he was a good driver, we would ride our horses to school.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What did y'all do on weekends?
Well, we go to church.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. And then sometime, parents back there, they didn't let their kids go visit all the time. We had to stay at home and play with each other.
Mm-hmm.
But the kids that we were closer to were the Smith children.
Mm-hmm.
And so they lived on the other side of the church, but farther down the road.
Mm-hmm.
And so we could go play with them sometime.
Or after school?
Oh, we go do our chores. See, we have wood heaters, so we get the wood and put it on the porch and feed the hogs and chickens and that was it. Play with each other.
And you had coal oil lamps, right?
Oh yes, coal oil lamps, and we could see.
Mm-hmm.
And our eyes wasn't bad either. But now we got glasses, lighting. I still can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what did y'all do for fun when you were coming up?
Well, we get a toy or something at Christmas, and play with each other and play sometime. The Jollies, I grew up with them, and they let us go sometime on Sunday evening. We could go walk and play with those kids. But the Jollies and the Smiths, we would play marbles. We learned how to play dominoes, and we played that.
Your sisters and your brothers, you were close to both of them?
Oh, yeah, we were the close family. We had to be close. Because our daddy taught us that we were sisters and brothers, and that we had to love each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one that was less fortunate, help each other. That grew up in us.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were very close in growing up. After he quit teaching school, when they put those trustees on where they would have to sign your contract, he quit. And he went to farming. And so they raised back there most of their food because they have gardens, and they raise sweet potatoes, and they raise hogs. They'd kill a hog, and they had cows. And we always had meat. And the funny thing, year round, they would be in the bunk and put those sweet potatoes in it, and they would keep year round.
You
And
put them in what?
certain time of year, they would dig those sweet potatoes off those vines and cover them up with dirt for the keep in the wintertime.
Oh.
Yes.
So they wouldn't freeze.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
And so when we want sweet potatoes, they go out there and dig them out that bunk
Yeah.
and cook them. And they raise chicken. And when the chickens they want to kill, they would put them in a cup.
Mm-hmm.
And they call it cleaning them out. They would feed them corn and stuff that they grew.
Uh-huh.
They grew corn. And they would put in that cup and feed them in that cup. When they said clean out, they would kill them.
Mm-hmm.
And that meat would be so good. And but now, and they would, the chicken you buy now, you better hurry up and cook them.
They don't keep.
They don't keep in the refrigerator. In the refrigerator,
Wow.
they don't keep. You better hurry up and cook that meat. And they kill the hogs.
Uh-huh.
And look like they give it half of it away in the community.
Yeah.
Because they get on those horses and carry all the neighbors some of the meat. And I said, well, we ain't going to have none, but we had. But that's just the way they live
Yeah.
down in Dixon-Hopewell. And I was the only one always in trouble because I would run when Mama got ready to whoop me. My feet couldn't stand still. I just couldn't stand still. So I would run.
Uh-huh.
And so Mama told C.W., if you don't catch him, he may like he couldn't run me, but he could. My brother older than him, which was my babysitter, he was 7 years older than I was. He wouldn't catch me. He never would catch me. He didn't want her to whoop me.
Mm-hmm.
But C.W. said, Mama told C.W., if you don't catch her, I'm going to whoop you. He outrun me. I told him I ate dirt for a week. He threw me down in that dirt and he sit on me till she got there.
Uh-huh.
I mean, she tore me up, but that didn't keep me from running. If he would,
What did she whip you with? A switch?
I'd be meddling. I'd be meddling the boys. See, I grew up with the boys,
Uh-huh.
and they had to teach me how to play dominoes. I wanted to learn how. And when they played dominoes, I let them get all lined up and everything. And I take my hand and go down and shift.
When they whooped you, what did they whoop you with?
A switch, they'd make you go get your own switch. And if I get a little one, they'd make me go back and get another one. So, I would go get the littlest one that I could find. It wasn't really no whites, hardly down in Dixon-Hopewell.
Mm-hmm.
It was one man, he owned a farm but it was down on the lower end of Dixon-Hopewell. And that was the biggest farm that I knew, because the other people, mostly they own their own property.
So mostly the only time you interacted with whites when you were little was when you went to town, when you went to Crockett?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it's most of the whites that I saw.
What did your parents teach you, or when you were coming up, how did they teach you how to talk to or be around the whites?
Well,
Your
that my
understanding.
daddy always said, we wasn't better than nobody, but we were just as good as anybody.
Mhm.
And always obey those that was over us if we were working for them, because that was their job.
Mhm.
And if you see something wrong and you tell them and they tell you to do it, you do it. That because that was their job. And you were the employee. So damn, but when it comes to what was wrong and you thought it was wrong, don't be afraid to speak up. Because you gotta say it just like they have. And we did do that. We did that.
Did your parents teach you to be careful around the white people in Crockett?
No, they didn't tell us to be careful. We wasn't to be pushed around. We had a right.
How much prejudice would you say you faced when you were younger, when you were coming up?
Well, really, I didn't hardly be around many white people. And so, but I know they was prejudiced because in dealing with them, being my husband separated. And that's when I become where I had to deal with them. And, you know, get critic and all that stuff. But if they came at me wrong, I went back after them. Because I know a girl, a man worked down at, I think it was Jim Irving. Wasn't that automobile place? And so I went down there one evening to have my car service. And I was just walking around up in the showroom, they call it. And the owner came by and he said, "Gal, is you looking for a car?" I just kept on saying that. Anytime I'd turn around and say, "You must be talking to your mama." But they got a kick out of calling you. I don't care how old a person was. They call them boy or gal. And so I didn't answer him. He said it again. I still didn't answer him. I just kept on looking. Then finally paused a while and went around. He said, "Ma'am, are you looking to buy a car?" I said, "No." I said, "I got one right there being serviced." And but they was good at that. They taught us to be polite to everybody. He said, "That's your job. You be polite and tell the truth." My greatest whooping was because I told him a lie. And he gave me 5 licks, but I never will forget those 5 licks. Because, you know, in school, when the teacher go out, I don't know why the kids were just acting crazy, throwing paper balls and all like that. And so she came back in and she says, asked who all was doing it. Well, I didn't say nothing. And they wouldn't telling, and she said, "Well, I know what I do. I'll just whoop everybody." I said, "No, ma'am." I said, "I'm not taking a whooping because I haven't been out of my seat." I said, "Because I just think I don't know why they act a fool when you go out of the room. That's just the way I said it." I said, "But I'm not taking a whooping." And so she told my daddy. And Daddy came home and asked me, "Did I do it?" He said, "Now tell me the truth, and I won't whoop you." But I could just, because I know sicing that teacher was a no-no. And so I lied. But he taught me that day to tell him the truth.
Did your mother make all y'all's clothes?
Well, she made a lot of the older ones.
When y'all went to a store, was there a store in Dixon-Hopewell, or did you go to Crockett?
Wasn't no store down in Dixon-Hopewell.
So you went to Crockett.
Yeah, we had to go to Crockett to buy groceries.
How did you get to Crockett?
In a wagon.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You and your whole family?
When it, all of us hardly went at one time. I know one time the girls went to buy coats for the winter at one time. And all three of the girls came off together. And then the baby girl of that bunch, she wouldn't have the coat that Mama was gonna buy. She came back home, 'cause Daddy always told Mama to buy good stuff. Say if you buy good stuff, it'll last, and it'll look good all the time. But Mama, she grew up with a lot of her sisters and brothers, and so she just couldn't even teach her to buy something good. So I didn't go to town with her either. And Regina didn't go to town with her. And so, but they all went to town to buy coats. So Regina didn't have the one that they had picked out for her. But Nay and Henrietta, they went on got there. So when Daddy went to town, Regina went with him, and he bought her the coat that she wanted. And my oldest sister was mad at him for something, and she said, "Yeah, we went to town and we got our coats, and Regina wouldn't get hers, and she went to town with Daddy, and he got what she wanted, and come back here and lie to us." Mama wanted to whoop her. Daddy said, "Don't you hit her a lick, 'cause we did lie." I'll tell you, that's what's so funny. But
so what did y'all do what did the girls do with their hair back then when you were little?
With their what?
With your hair.
Oh, they learned how to fix their hair.
What did y'all do back then with your hair? Because now all the black girls are in braids, right?
Oh, yeah.
But back then, what were y'all doing with your hair?
They get some Vaseline, and they had a straightening comb, and they would straighten it, each other's hair, and curl it.
Curl it?
With the old kind of curlers.
What kind of curler?
Well, I can't explain it to you, but they had some, and they would fix each other's hair.
But it wasn't electric.
No, you put it on the stove, lay it on the stove eye.
Oh.
Well, but when I was a teenager, I kind of had my way growing up.
What do you mean?
Well, they wasn't as hard on me as I didn't work like the older girls did. I didn't cook. I was 16 when I cooked my first meal. His mama told me, "I ain't eating that little nasty mess you done fixed." But my dad, he always an encourager. He ate it. He always encouraged you to do good.
Were people dressed pretty nice, or did they come in their overalls, or how did they dress going to church?
Oh, no, they had dress clothes. They called them Sunday clothes. And then they had the through the week clothes. Our Sunday clothes would be, they used to have flour and sacks with for the horses and things. They would be plywood. And so they saved 3 and 4 of the same flower, design. And get lace and stuff, and Mama make them. I learned it so early because my third sister, Regina, she took home economics, and she could sew. And I wanted to be like her. So I would stand around and watch her with that machine. But Mama wouldn't let me get on it because she thought I would tear it up. Didn't know how to do it. But I learned how to do it by watching her.
And did they have a piano in the church?
Not then, back there. They had, some of them play guitar.
Yeah?
Some of them could play those guitars and things.
The men or the women?
Men. Would
they be in the front playing music?
They'd be at the side, and we'd be in the choir stand.
Okay.
Cause the youth and all, we sang with the adult group. We didn't have a separate choir.
Can you think of any really old songs that y'all used to sing when you were little that people don't sing anymore?
No, they sure don't sing no old songs. We sung Amazing Grace and Jesus getting us ready for that great day. And one lady was singing, and she had 3 boys, and they was sitting on the mourner's bench. They used to, if you was a sinner, they'd make you sit on the mourner's bench when the preacher got through preaching. And so, good Corey Owens had 3 boys, and they was sitting on the mourner's bench. And she was just singing, sinner, have you decided which way to go? You know you can't stay here, and you was supposed to say, you know you got to leave here. And so she was just singing and shouting and up down the aisle and singing the song, you know you can't stay here, you know you got to leave here. But she said, you know you can't stay here, and you know you can't leave here. And so one of the boys said, we don't know what to do. Oh, they would tickle me.
What about that? Do you remember, you better mind how you talk? You better mind what you're talking about. You got to give an account in the judgment. You better mind.
Yeah.
That's an old one.
That's one of them they used to sing.
Really?
That's right. Now they sing 4 lines.
Yeah. Did anybody play tambourine back then?
Trombone.
Tambourine.
Oh, yeah, tambourine.
Yeah.
They played tambourine, and one guy used to blow what they call a harp or something they called it. Yeah, you blow it with your mouth. What was that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was a harp. They called it.
Was y'all's church services a long time ago when you were little? Were they more calm than they are now, or were they more energetic, or what were they like?
Now I really like Dixon-Hopewell, 'cause they sung those old songs, and them women would get happy and shout all up and down that aisle. I know my daddy and mama used to belong to Union Prayer. And coming up, and so the minister down there was one of them's a brother-in-law, and my daddy and his brother-in-law was buddies. And so he turned him out to church, daddy and his brother-in-law. And Daddy there would join the church back at the Union Prayer. So when we moved to Dixon-Hopewell, he united minister down there, they got the Reverend Jones.
Mm-hmm.
He preached a sermon about the eagle stirs her nest. And you talking about them old women shouting, and Daddy united back with Dixon-Hopewell.
Uh-huh.
So me and my brother we were walking on home, Mama, Daddy in the front of us, and my brother said that was some kind of eagle, 'cause he got old Lee. Then we were just going to church. You know, we go because that was the only place you had to go on the weekend, was the church.
Right.
And I wasn't taking it that serious then, you know. It was a place to go, and then we'd have a BTU, it's a Baptist Youth Training Union. And then we get to play with other kids.
After church?
Yeah, at the church. We get there early, and so we could play with our kids. 'Cause just like I said, when the sun go down, every kid better be in their homes.
Where did y'all get baptized?
I got baptized at Dixon-Hopewell. My uncle baptized me.
In a creek?
In the creek.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. They called it Cross the Bow. And it was a bridge over some water. And that's where we'd be baptized, in the creek.
Would the whole church come out for it?
Most of them would. They went to church. Yeah, they go. That's one thing back then. The parents supported the church. And your children had to go to church.
But where did he say you go if you're a sinner?
You go up there and ask for prayer. You sinner, go up there and ask for prayer. And pray that something touch you that'll make you united with the church.
What did you call it though? It was an area. You called it the weeping.
Oh, the Mona's bench.
Yes. Tell me what that is.
It's just a regular bench, church bench. That's just like the other benches, but don't nobody be on that bench. But if you go up there for prayer, rededicate your life, that's what it is. And if you're a sinner, and you go and sit on the bonus bench.
Oh, okay.
And people pray for you.
Okay. Do you think that some of the other children maybe thought that y'all were better than them because y'all weren't in the fields?
Did I think they were better than?
Did they think that y'all were better than them because they were working the fields and y'all weren't?
You know, that's a thing that I don't think kids back then, they didn't pay none of mind. Because everybody was just down to earth, common people. And we didn't think ourselves better than other kids or nothing. And then, you know, sometimes we had more. But we didn't think about that. Because I remember the girl used to come in down at Dixon-Hopewell from the city. She wore beautiful clothes. And but when she give them to people that could wear them, if she came down there and they had on that garment, well, she said, that was my dress. Them kids wouldn't wear them.
Wow.
In the church. You don't do that. So we never was taught to do that.
Yeah.
We were good as anybody. Wasn't better than nobody. And that's the way we was taught. So we never thought ourselves better than anybody else. Well, you know, I think when I was coming up, and just like I said, the whites thought they were better than the blacks. But nowadays, I think the kids falling into a different stage. That's not important to them no more. Because I know I see a whole lot of interracial marriages, and they can have some of the prettiest little kids. Yeah. And I think they outgrowing that. Because I know when my sister was, her husband was in the Army, and they were stationed in El Paso. And so a lady from the barracks saw my sister downtown, and she stopped and she said, come on and ride back with me. I know I see you all the time on the base, but we never have got acquainted. And so my sister said she had her packages and things, and she was finna get in the back seat. She said, you must be from Texas. So you put your things in the back and you sit up here with me. My sister said she was so got off when she didn't know what to do. But that's just the way they did. Yeah. If they were cooking for you, tending to their child, you had to ride in the back seat. I said, don't you know, I'm going to eat your cooking and I have to ride in the back seat? But they didn't know no better. I guess they thought they was too good to well, I sure wasn't going to eat your cooking and attend to your baby, and I could ride up there with you. I said, well, that was just ignorant on their part. Yeah. But anyway, that's just the way it used to be.
What's the first time that you went on a date? How old were you?
Oh, I guess I was about 14. We went down to his house for Christmas and had dinner. But I picked up two or more of my cousins, which we had to pass right by their house. Because they didn't have no girl, that I could talk to. So I picked up two of my cousins on the way.
So you could have somebody to accompany you?
Yeah, accompany, but not just him and his folks. Yeah, so we all went down there. We had fun. And my first date was my first husband. Oh. We dated all through high school, and we both went our separate ways to college. But we was all through college, and when we got out of college, because I didn't finish neither college I went to, but beauty school. I was trying to find my way of what I really wanted to do, because I didn't want to be no school teacher. That's what my daddy wanted me to do. Yeah. I said, that ain't none of my job.
When you started dating your first husband, how come you didn't go out with any other guys?
No, I didn't believe in that.
No?
I didn't believe in those 2 or 3 boyfriends and all like that.
Well,
I dated him at William High, and I had Warren and Crockett when I went up there that I dated. That was it.
What would y'all do on a date?
Go to the movie. Yeah, they called it the picture show back then. That's how we go to the movie. I had 2 brothers who go to World War II, and my daddy went to World War I.
Did your father talk about World War I?
Well, he hated it.
He didn't want to talk about it?
And he hated the war. Oh no, he didn't. He hated the war. They had him in the kitchen for one thing. That's what he hated. And but other than that, I don't know what he did in service. He wasn't forgot it. He might have talked about it, but he didn't like it.
He wasn't proud to have been in the service?
I guess he was proud because he had a check coming every month. But other than that, he didn't like the service. He hated it. Well, they was talking about they was getting killed, and they didn't know what they was getting killed for.
Who didn't? The soldiers or the families?
The soldiers and things. No, they know they was in war, but they didn't know why they fighting.
Mm.
And they had to go overseas and all of like that, but they didn't know why.
They didn't know about Hitler?
I guess not. They might have known, because my brother said once that they was all laying out in the front of the barracks, and the sky just got black, and it was the enemy planes finna bomb them, and they had to make haste and hide.
Mm.
But what was they fighting for? They had no business over there bothering them other people.
Yeah.
And then too, they couldn't even, when they was in service, they was prejudiced in the cafes and things.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know this because my husband went to service. Long as they on the barrack, they was just everybody the same.
Mm-hmm.
But when you go downtown to go in the cafes, they got a black section
Mm-hmm.
and the white section.
Mm-hmm.
And so my oldest brother, he said they went downtown, and they the waitress told them the whites could come in the front door, but the blacks had to go around to the side door and come in.
Mm-hmm.
And so them whites told them, we in the war. We fighting for the same thing. And if they can't go in here, we finna tear it up.
Wow.
And so he had to go get the manager. The manager let him in there too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's making differences in the war.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of boys got messed up in the war too. Sure did.
When your brothers were overseas, would y'all hear from them?
Oh yeah. Because he said that my mama would write him every day.
Yeah.
Then she fell and broke her arm. And see, Daddy didn't like to write.
Mm-hmm.
And when he went to the mayor, called, and he saw my daddy's handwriting, he couldn't open it. He just knew Mama was dead, because he didn't write no letter.
Yeah.
And so one of his friends said, "Soldier, what's wrong?" He said, "I can't open this letter." He said, "Why?" He says, "My daddy's handwriting. He don't write to nobody. He don't like to write."
Mm-hmm.
And I know my mama's dead.
Mm.
So he said, "Give it here. I'll open it and read it." And so he opened it. And he said, "Your mama ain't dead. Said she broke her arm." He said, "Well, give it here then."
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she broke it. She broke her arm twice.
Did y'all miss your brothers, or did you worry about your brothers when they were gone?
Well, really, wasn't that old enough to really know the danger.
Yeah.
And so I didn't worry.
Now, when they came back, how did folks treat them? Do you remember that?
Well, the others, they was still them, the hen Clark, around here, But I know in the war, they had things rationed.
Uh-huh.
Because a lot of, and then you had stamps. And so Miss Smith, the Smith that I was telling you about, she had children that would tear up their shoes earlier. And so her and Mama would swap a lot of tickets according to the need.
Mm.
And so that's how we got by with, because we love sugar. Mm-hmm. We eat sugar on both sides stuff.
Yeah.
And so Mama had to swap some sugar tickets for some shoes or something, because her kids had a lot of, shoes.
Uh-huh.
And so I know they would swap stamps all the time.
Yeah.
And the first dress I made after Regina left, Daddy bought 4 sacks, just alike. But Mama would take them and after the girls all left, and she would make quilts, and she used those sacks for quilt lining.
Mm-hmm.
And so Daddy told her, don't bother those 4 sacks that he got. And she wanted to know what was he going to do with them. But anyway, when he got those sacks, all the same pattern, he went to town and bought me a dress pattern.
Uh-huh.
And I made my first dress. And so Miss Willie Mae, that was the Smith lady's name, she came by, got water from the well down there. And she bragged on my dress, and I thought I was something. Yes, sir.
Wow.
I made that dress, and from then on, I went to sewing. Mama let me use that machine.
Wow.
I don't know if Dad ever had a car. I never know my dad to drive.
Did y'all go? So y'all took the wagon to get to Crockett?
In the wagon?
Uh-huh. With 1 horse?
No, 2 horses.
2 horses?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When did you leave home?
When I went to Jarvis Christian College, when I came out of school in 49.
Okay.
My major was math,
Uh-huh.
and then my minor was home economics.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. When I left home,
Uh-huh. What were you wanting to do? What were you thinking you wanted your life to be like?
well, just ordinary.
Uh-huh.
Just I never have wished for riches and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just common living.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I always said that I wanted to do, and that's what I did.
Yeah.
When school was out,
Uh-huh.
I didn't stay at home.
No?
I would be with one of my sisters or brothers, and one in Arizona. I stayed out there a long time. I married out there.
Oh, okay.
I went out there, and my first husband had never been out of Texas, and he found out I was gone, and he caught some. They used to go out there and pick cotton.
Uh-huh.
And he caught one of those trucks that was coming out there. And my cousin brought him up there where my brother lived. And we got married at Rosetta, Mama, and Daddy's house.
How was raising children? Was that difficult?
Yeah, I like kids.
You do?
Yeah, I like kids. I had said I wanted 4, 2 girls and 2 boys.
Uh-huh.
But the 2 boys came first.
Uh-huh.
And so when I got the girl, I said, I ain't taking another chance. I might have another boy.
Yeah.
And so
And what did you do for work in Crockett?
I always worked at garment factories. I started out in North Carolina, Fayetteville, North Carolina, because I went out on the barracks to pick my husband up, and I saw alteration and sewing center and cleaners, dry cleaners. I said, I believe I go over and put in me an application, because I wasn't doing nothing but staying at that apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And went over and put in the application. They called me the next day. I said, I wasn't intending to go that quick.
Wow.
So I went on out there, and they hired me.
Yeah.
And I worked out there. And then when we moved over on McKeever Street, it was a beauty shop right in the front of our apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went over there to get my hair done. And she asked me, was I a soldier's wife? I said, yeah. She said, where you from? I said, Texas. And so we just got to talking. And she said, what's your trade? I said, beautician and seamstress. And she said, oh, good. You can help me out when I'm overloaded. And so that's how I got started with doing my trade, what I like to do.
Yeah, okay.
In North Carolina. My first car was a Dodge. You remember? No, you might not remember when, what was the name of that car dealer? I think it was the Pontiac place.
Uh-huh.
And it was right there where the old First National Bank was.
Okay.
But anyway, when I went to work at the garment factory, the one that came in here from Fort Scott, Kansas,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't have no car. And my husband's grandfather, they mostly bought pickups, but he had a pickup and a car.
Mm-hmm.
And so he would carry me to work and come get me. Jack Barbie was the name of the car place. And he stopped there and told Jack Barbie that if he got a good my brother, Ted, my first car, was this lady that, you know what, you can cut through that road and go over across the bow.
Mm-hmm.
She was the rain. Well, when I quit my husband, I was living with my mom and daddy.
Mm-hmm.
And so my oldest brother told Mr. McIntyre, he worked for Sullivan Motors,
Mm-hmm.
when they got a good little old car in down there, to save it for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so at choir rehearsal one night, Mr. McIntyre said, Sister Polk, Ted told me that first little old car that in pretty good shape to save it for you. I said, he must be gonna buy it. And he laughed. He said, well, we got one in.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a blue Ford. And that lady right up the street there owned it.
Uh-huh.
And I went down there, I said, how much is the car? And he said, $350. I said, is it in good shape? He said, yeah. He said, now we'll put it in tip-top shape for $450. I said, well, I don't want no car note and garage bill. And say they fix whatever was about it. And I got it for $450.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. That was my first car.
What year was that, would you think?
I think it was 59.
Uh-huh.
I went to work up there. And so that's when I got that first car.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And so it was a lady that lived in front of us. Well, I would carry her to town because her kids didn't live here.
Mm-hmm.
And she had those things, you know, when our shoe heels was king,
Uh-huh.
and she stepped in the back, and her shoe went down made a hole in it. And so Cheryl was little, and she had her little grandgirl over there, and her little grandgirl told Cheryl, y'all's car got a hole in it. Sharon said, your grandma put that hole in that car with them old high heel shoes she had on. Oh, that was so funny.
Oh my God. Now, how did your two children die?
Sharon had lymphoma
Mm-hmm.
and leukemia,
Mm-hmm.
and both of them was in the last stages.
Mm-hmm.
And we cared her. That's what she had.
Mm-hmm.
And the boy, his great granddaddy killed him. I don't know what he was doing, and they never did tell me. He must have been really acting up.
How old was he?
34. It was in May for Mother's Day, and gave me my Mother's Day present.
Mm-hmm.
Gave me some money to buy me something for Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And I had told him to quit going down there because he couldn't fix what me and his daddy had.
Mm-hmm.
But if he went down there and they started talking about me, well, he'd get upset and get after them.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, quit going down there.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I'm happy and y'all got a place to stay, and that was just a gift when that lady told me that place. And quit going down there. But he would go anyhow. And so went down there was one time too many.
Mm-hmm.
And daddy took the charges, and then he drank himself to death.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
How hard was it losing a child? How hard is it to lose a child?
That's one of the hardest things that you can go through.
Mm-hmm.
To me.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say, but you know, when they told me Sharon's condition, but the man in Lufkin says, I'm going to send you to my friend in MD Anderson,
Mm-hmm.
and we going to beat it. They gave us 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like the man in the Bible when they told him about him. He turned his face to the wall, you know, and prayed.
Mm-hmm.
I said, Lord, I know that this is your will, whatever happens. I said, but you fix me to be prepared
Mm-hmm.
when she dies.
Mm-hmm.
She lived 9 years,
Wow.
and I was prepared.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still miss your children?
Oh, yeah, I still miss them, and I still think about, you know, the things we used to do together, because even in between the separation and the next marriage, me and my kids get in them cars and we go places.
Uh-huh.
Every vacation,
Uh-huh.
we go somewhere,
Yeah.
because I was used to going.
Uh-huh.
And so,
Now, tell me about your last husband, your second husband. Tell me about him.
you know, I put him off a long time before I married him.
Yeah?
But just like he told me, we should have married sooner. I said, we married when the Lord wanted us to marry. But it was just like daylight and dark in between the husbands. He was really a good person. He looked like he couldn't do enough for me. He said, because I was so independent and mean.
Yeah.
But I wasn't independent, but I just, you know, on my own.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't want to have to bow down to nobody.
So what made you finally give in? You said he was chasing after you.
Well, my daughter was fitting to get married.
Mm-hmm.
And my first husband, he just gone, just drinking himself to death. And she told me, she went down there and told him that she was fitting to get married, and that she was going to ask, I call him Mickey, that's what they call him,
Mm-hmm.
Mickey, to give her away, because he had been the one that was a father to her.
Mm-hmm.
And but she wanted him to be at the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, he agreed. And so when she told Mickey about it, Mickey told me, says, now, I'm not walking down that aisle unless me and you's married. And so that's the reason I married.
Wow.
And when they told me, he gave me the money that night to buy my ring. That tickled me. I said, well, he meaning business this time. he worked at the laundry.
Mm-hmm.
And I would always go by there to carry my clothes and my daddy's.
Mm-hmm.
And him and Paul, that was the guy that drove the delivery. Oh, they be running, see who gonna take my clothes out of the car every morning when I go by there.
Uh-huh.
And but he said I could look so mean. And say he'd wave at me and said I just. So he asked one of his friends. They'd always eat lunch together.
Mm-hmm.
Say, why don't you put in a good word for me with your friend? She said, oh, I don't believe that. Said, you just gonna have to catch her with her yourself. He said, well, she won't even look around at me, because I had said I wasn't gonna marry nobody no more.
Uh-huh.
And that was it. And so, but he kept on. So, and my mama, they didn't believe in you courting if you hadn't got no divorce from your husband. Old folk.
Yeah.
And so, and finally, I was out there in the back washing my car. And he said, he come out over to my friend's house. We just live right across the walk from each other. And he told her, said, do you think me and you and you can get Esther to ride with us out tonight? And her husband. Mm-hmm. And she said, well, I might. Oh, call over and ask her. She did. And I said, yeah, I go out with y'all. So that was our first date. And from there, and then she came back over there, and Mama had a window. She could sit in this window. She could look right back over to Doris's. I had never got me no house yet. Mm-hmm. And then she could look all the way down in the quarter, onto the highway. And so he came out there, and Doris wasn't at home. He said, well, Fisher, you gonna meet me this evening, because I'm going over yonder. And by the time he walked across the patch, Mama had got up from that door and was standing in the back door. And she stood there and she just looked, and he never looked up. And finally, she pushed the screen open, and he looked up and spoke to her. And he said, you stand there all you want, I'm finna ask this woman out tonight. Oh, but she was a mess. But she was But when I told her how I found out who told her I was on the street, she said, the worst mistake I ever made. I could have whooped her.
What did you and your husband enjoy doing together?
Traveling.
Mm-hmm.
Traveling and eating.
Mm-hmm.
My brother told me, said, we knew every eating place between here and California. Yes, going and eating.
After he passed, do you feel like life is it'll never be the same after he passed?
It hasn't been the same after he passed. Because we were both working in the church, and we just did everything together.
Mm-hmm. But you were independent for so long, and now you're independent again.
And I'm going to stay independent till the Lord called me. Yes.
But does it kind of feel, after he passed, does it feel like you went back to that independent life?
Yeah, and then see, before he passed, he got so he couldn't go with me. Mm-hmm. And so that hurt me too, because I got him as far as that ramp out there one day, gonna put him in the car, and I turned around to lock the door, and some neighbors was just passing, going the way to work, and he caught a hold to that ramp and was about to fall out of the chair. And they got out of that car and left their car doors wide open on each side, but they caught him before he fell.
Wow.
And he told me, don't try to get me out no more by myself. Because he just stayed home. And that hurt me because we were used to going everywhere together. And so I missed him dearly when all of them left me here.
Give me 20 more minutes, all right? We'll be done.
All right.
Now, tell me about old age. How is it being old?
Well, I don't dread being old. I'm grateful for being this age because I worked. I worked day and night. I sold for every cleaners in town except Lucky, and it wasn't even in its area.
Yeah. Is your life easier now than it used to be?
Yeah, because I don't have to worry. Yes, I don't have to worry.
But how does it feel to be 93?
Well, you know what? My kids at Grover and my grandkids, I would be 30-something if I could go all the way they try to be getting me.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it wasn't for my knees, the only thing that hurts me is my knees, and they be giving me shot, but they ain't doing that good now.
Do you feel like your brain matches your body? In other words, I'm 33, but I don't feel 33.
Well, I don't fool myself. I'm 93. I don't feel like I'm 93, but I feel like I'm an old woman. And so I go as an old woman. I call my nephews and nieces and things when I can't get hold to Grover. And so they come.
Yeah. And
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because, well, that's the way we were raised. We family. And you know, I don't understand family get up and don't speak to each other.
Yeah.
That's a sad situation.
Are you tired at this point in your life?
Tired of living?
Yeah.
No. Are
you?
Whatever. When I get up in the morning, when I go to bed at night, I say my prayers. And then I say, whatever your will is, Lord, for my life. If you watch over me tonight, because I'm by myself. And then I get up on, thank you for another day, a beginning of another day. And I don't never forget that. I can't do what I used to do. And because I used to, those limbs wouldn't be out there in my yard if because I used to cut them. But, I'm grateful.
Have you accomplished everything that you want to? Is there anything that you still feel like you have to do?
No. It ain't nothing that I feel like I have to do, because just like I tell them, let me stay and do for myself long as I can. Now I got a granddaughter, she built her house, and she put a room on there. She said that's the sick room for when I get where I can't stay by myself, or her mother get where she have to take her. We got our own room, TV and everything in there. Well, I'm sleeping in it more than her mother right now, because they don't, when they gonna have something in Houston for the other family that they think I need to be there, they come get me, and I'm there. And so I'm blessed. Yeah.
Are you content?
Yeah, I'm content with life. Just, I tell Grover, just bring me what I tell him to bring me in the evenings, and I'm eating good. And so, well, that's just the way I get up in the mornings.
Yeah.
That's right, because I know I've been blessed, because a whole lot of, I think it ain't but 3 of our class members living. Uh-huh. And so I know I've been blessed in life.
Yeah.
And I don't take that lightly either.
Do you worry about death or think about death at all?
No, I don't think about no whole lot. Because whatever I've done in life, I ask God to forgive me. And so I'm not homesick. Yeah, I'm not. But I don't worry about dying. I know I got to go. Everybody got to go. Right. I got to pay that debt.
Yeah.
But I just want to be ready.
Yeah.
That's all I want to be, ready when he calls.
Yeah.
The churches is falling off. Kids, they don't bring the kids to church no more. And we losing our generations. That shouldn't be. And so my advice, if you're going to be a Christian, be one. If you're going to be the devil, be the best one you can be. And keep on living. Yes.
All right, well, tell everybody bye.
Bye. And he had worried me. Good talking with you, though.